Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I'd sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Let's jump right into it. I made a video within the last day or so. It got comments of people saying, well, it was in a video about Arnold, and people were saying, you don't know what you're talking about with him. Sam's got great genetics. He's going to be Mr. Olympia. And I'm seeing all these people saying this, oh, he's going to be a multi-time Mr. Olympia. He'd be the greatest ever. He's got the greatest genetics. I'm going to say some things here. I'm going to be very, very blunt, but when doing so, I'm saying this out of love and to educate people. I want to be perfectly clear. When I say that Sam is never going to be Mr. Olympia, I'm not saying this in ill will towards him, okay? I want to be very clear. Look at the camera. I do not hold any ill will towards this person. I do not think Sam is a bad person. I have seen no reason at all to believe that he's a bad person in any way, okay? I have no reason whatsoever to wish him any sort of ill will. In fact, I hope the opposite. I know that I'm right in what I say in this video, but I actually hope that I'm wrong, right? I've never been wrong on one of these, but I hope that I'm wrong this time, because he seems like a good young man, and I don't want to see anything bad befall him. I've made a lot of predictions in the past that came true, and a lot of people point out those were scary accurate. I've lost multiple friends due to bodybuilding related complications who have passed way before their time. I'm talking as young as 28, 29, others in their 40s. I've lost personal friends to complications of this lifestyle. At least one death I predicted, I had said the week before he died, I'd like to bury the hatchet with this person, someone I had a conflict with. And that person died before I had a chance to bury the hatchet, but I had predicted his death ahead of time, successfully. But I'm not going to say who that is, because people know who it is, and I'm almost embarrassed of how I went about calling it. I didn't do so in a way that was very respectful or mature, and I have to own that. I'm going to have to live with that. Okay? I'm going to have to live with that. So out of respect for that, I'm not going to say his name. A lot of you know who it is. I'm not going to use the nicknames, but I predicted Rich Piana's death. I said Rich Piana will be dead within a year. It happened. Dallas McCarver, and I'm going to compare McCarver to Sam. So Dallas McCarver is going to be dead within a year. I said it in a video. All these were done on video. Check the dates on them. Check their time of passing. I predicted them. I said Cali Muscle wouldn't make it 3 years. He did. I was wrong. He had massive heart attacks and has lost all his muscle. And I've also predicted again, if he doesn't change the stuff he's doing, he's got a year or less. Okay, but he survived the 3-year call. Okay, see where we're going with this, guys? Because I see the signs. I've been around this a long time. Sam's not going to live long enough to be Mr. Olympia. I'll tell you guys why I know it. People talk about genetics. They don't understand the genetics to handle large amounts of pharmaceuticals is part of the genetics for pro bodybuilding. Keep the side effects minimal enough that you can survive. Look at the rate at which Sam gained muscle. Sam didn't start with great. You didn't look at Sam before he started using gear. You don't go back when he'd only been working out a year and go, oh man, he's top tier genetics like Arnold or someone had in their teens. That didn't happen. He blew up when he started megadosing. Very, very large amounts, and it's very clear that that's what he did. Okay? Remember when Dallas McCarver did that? Youngest guy to go pro in the IFBB. What, 5 years later he passed? Never made it. People were saying, okay, people need to understand, everyone said the same thing with Dallas McCarver. They're like, he's going to be Mr. Olympia. He's going to be the greatest ever. Look how young this guy was to get his pro card and to be this massive and to be doing this. This is amazing. He's got the best genetics. But he didn't. He megadosed and he dropped dead. And I predicted it and said, he's passing this coming year. He's not going to make it. And he didn't. We saw the autopsies enough to know what he was using because we saw the toxicology. It's exactly like I called. Dallas McCarver used more stuff than other people. That's how he got that big. Very straightforward, dose-dependent response. The end result, he died at 26 years old. That's what happens when you abuse your body to that level. You don't die at 40, you don't die at 50, you don't die at 60, you die at 26. Look at the rate at which Dallas McCarver gained muscle and did that, and step back and look at Sam. I've never seen a human gain muscle that fast. For sure you did. Dallas McCarver did. And he died at 26. We've all seen this before. He just didn't push himself on social media. Okay. Even last year, you could already see the signs. Notice Sam's labored breathing. Notice the edema, the water retention, the obvious swelling and inflammation of his cardiac area, right? You can see the swelling of the heart and his mannerisms, the way that he breathes, the labored breathing. You can see all that chest cavity inflammation and swelling is apparent. This was last year. He kept growing. Do people not understand that's a sign? That is a sign of serious risk of heart attack. For a person to be breathing like that who's in shape and works out, keep in mind he eats a junk food diet. He drinks chocolate milk every day and he's using all this stuff. Okay? Do people not grasp that? Step back and think about that. He's doing the same thing Dallas McCarver did to gain muscle at that rate. Dallas McCarver gained muscle as fast as him, had health warning signs, and he passed young. Everyone said the same thing. Dallas McCarver is going to be Mr. Olympia. He's going to be the youngest ever Mr. Olympia. He's going to win it more times than Ronnie Coleman. He never made it. Never became it. I would say to the people who are saying that about Sam, you're not really fans. If you were fans of the guy, of the human being, not Sam the bodybuilder, if you were fans of Sam the person, truly a fan who cared about him, you would be very concerned at this point. Anyone who really and truly is a fan of him as a human being and said, oh, I love Sam. No, you don't. If you love Sam, you'd be like, Sam, you got to stop this. Go ahead and start downsizing now. Drop about 20, 30 pounds of muscle. Back off most of the stuff. Live. He's got a big enough following. He'll be fine. Even if he downsizes, his followers are going to stay. He'll keep most of them. He'll make plenty of money. He'll still be a millionaire. But he'll be alive. Because the signs that I've been seeing even last year, he's got 5 to 6 years tops. And I could be wrong. It could be this year. That's it. And he's already have shaved a bunch off. Even if he stops what he's doing now, there's already some damage done, and you can see it already. And I say that out of objective observation. It is not said out of malice. It is not said out of hate. It's not said in any of those things. No, he doesn't have the genetics to be Mr. Olympia. He's just using more stuff than other pro bodybuilders do, and he's not a pro bodybuilder yet. And I've watched other guys do that, try to get their pro cards, and I've watched them die. I watched a real life friend of mine do that, pushed himself to that same limit, had a big scare. Really good kid in his late 20s. I watched him do the same thing. He got that first cardiac risk scare, got taken to the ER. He backed off, dropped down from 300 pounds all the way down to about 240 over the course of a year, maybe 2 years. He stayed there for a while. He seemed happy and good, and then he dropped dead at 29 years old because the damage was already done. And I saw those same signs in him. That same breathing, the same out of control, face acne, all the bloat. I saw those same signs in this young man who I was friends with. He actually spotted me quite a few times at the gym. I saw all of it. I saw these same signs, and he died 2 years later. So yeah, that's my warning. People who are saying Sam's going to be the Mr. Olympia, y'all are delusional. He's not going to live long enough. And I'm not saying that because I dislike the person. I'm just calling facts. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.